Since the 1970s, goal-scoring celebrations in football have been a thing. It's how players show their happiness after scoring a goal. Did you know that goal celebrations today have their own names and some even have its own soundtrack? Goal celebrations are permitted, although the rule book specifies that they shouldn't be overdone. In today's video, we'll take a look at 10 goal celebrations that the football associations felt to be over the top and caused controversy all across the footballing world. Number 1. In 2011, Messi got punished for dedicating a goal celebration to his mother. After scoring, Messi raised his jersey to the television camera and showed his undershirt with the words "Happy Birthday, Mommy." Although the referee did not book him during the match, the action was included in his match report. 3 days after the match, Messi received a fine between 2,000 to 3,000 euros and a yellow card from the Royal Spanish Football Federation's disciplinary committee. Number 2. During the 2018 World Cup group stage match Serbia vs Switzerland, both Shaqiri and Granit Xhaka celebrated with the Albanian Eagle after scoring goals in the second half. They were facing a potential 2-match ban for celebrating with a political message that was provoking the Serbs. Eventually, they just escaped with a warning and a fine of $10,000 each for unsporting behavior by the FIFA disciplinary panel. Number 3. In 2009, during the Manchester City vs Arsenal match, Emmanuel Adebayo, after scoring a goal, ran from one end of the pitch to the other end and celebrated his goal by sliding on his knees in front of the visiting Arsenal fans. This controversial celebration handed the Togo international a €25,000 fine and a 2-match ban. Number 4. During the 2012 Euro match, Denmark vs Portugal, Nicolas Bentner, after scoring a goal, flashed his green and white underpants, promoting a Dublin-based online betting forum called Paddy Power. He was fined €100,000 and banned from one competitive game for promoting the betting company. When asked about his controversial goal celebration, the former Arsenal striker replied, "It is just a pair of lucky boxer shorts that I used in the first game as well and have used before the tournament. I didn't know I was breaking any rules, but I am aware of that now." Number 5. The most recent controversy-provoking celebrations occurred following Argentina's victory in the 2022 World Cup Finals. FIFA opened a disciplinary case against the Argentine Football Association for alleged offensive player misconduct and violations of fair play at the World Cup final. Although they did not specify which players it was, sources suggest it was Emi Martinez. The Argentinian goalkeeper made headlines across the globe for his impolite gesture during the award ceremony. When asked the reason behind his celebration, his reply was, "I did it because the French booed me. Pride does not work with me." Currently, the Argentine Football Association are still waiting to see what punishments will be issued to them. Number 6. Robbie Fowler's snorting goal celebration in front of Everton fans during the Merseyside Derby back in 1999. For context, Robbie Fowler was subjected to unconfirmed accusations by Everton fans that he was a cocaine user, which triggered him to do this celebration. His infamous celebration earned him a €32,000 fine and a 4-match ban, which was the largest fine given to any Premier League player at that time. When asked if he regrets doing the celebration, he replied, "No chance. I used to get absolutely mullered by Everton fans, so I was always going to do it. I knew what I was doing. I didn't care. It was a chance to wind them up after all the abuse they'd given me." Number 7. Cristiano Ronaldo's goal celebration during the Champions League match Juventus vs Atletico Madrid. For context, a similar celebration was done by Atletico Madrid manager Diego Simeone during the first leg. As a response to that, Ronaldo, after scoring a hat-trick in the second leg, mimicked the gesture to instigate Diego Simeone. Eventually, both Cristiano Ronaldo and Simeone were slapped with a fine of €20,000 and €17,000 respectively for improper conduct by the UEFA disciplinary board. Number 8. This next one is pretty unusual. The UK government compelled the Premier League to implement rigorous COVID regulations during the COVID-19 outbreak. During the game, players had to practice social distancing and refrain from celebrating. Despite the warnings, players continued to celebrate and cuddle after scoring goals, causing a lot of tension to the Premier League governing bodies. Eventually, the individual clubs were encouraged to implement their own rules and penalize players who celebrated and broke them. Number 9. We welcome Leo Messi again for another controversial goal celebration, this time during the Barcelona vs Osasuna match in 2020 where Messi was fined for his tribute to late Diego Maradona. After scoring, Messi took out his Barca shirt to reveal a Newell's Old Boys shirt belonging to Maradona. Although this gesture was praised by most across the footballing world, little sympathy was shown by the Spanish Soccer Federation. Eventually, Messi was charged with a €600 fine, while his club Barcelona was fined €180 for protesting. Number 10. If you thought the earlier celebrations were debatable, you are in for a surprise, because the next one has the heaviest imposed fine. In 2014, while playing for West Bromwich against West Ham, Nicolas Anelka celebrated with a racist gesture known as quenelle in France, also known as the inverted Nazi salute. Initially, Anelka was charged with an €80,000 fine and a 5-match ban by the FA. Months later, West Brom surprised everyone by suddenly sacking him from the club and labeled it as gross conduct.